Hey guys, how you going? I just wanted to tune in because I have come from a traditional Chinese tea ceremony this afternoon, and my brain is just like, whoa. As soon as I was having this like 400-year-old tea, I was like, well, maybe you have tiny little cups, right? Teeny tiny little cups, and this tea was 400 years old, and I'm on my balcony, so there's like the buses and the cars and all the stuff. But yeah, we were at this ceremony, and it was just absolutely full on, because I don't normally have tea, and having like, a clean vessel, being a light worker and all the stuff, things really affect me. And for people that have been medicine ceremonies with me, things really affect me. I'm super, super sensitive. So that's a great thing, but it's also honoring that. So like maybe by the fourth round, I was like, guys, I'm out, I just need to chillax. And legit, we were having this from tea, right? So we sat out some rounds while my body was just integrating all the messages from this tea, because there was so much that I was getting taught, all the lessons and all the downloads my brain and my body were trying to integrate all at once. It was fucking full on. Like, I was like, okay, 400 years of this tea is like, frontal lobes. I'm like, I don't know if I want my frontal lobes to be firing that much. Like, it was so intense. And then for me, what had come up was like a bit of paranoia. And I was like, fuck, I haven't seen these guys in ages. There was only 3 of us at this ceremony. I'm like, fuck, I haven't seen these guys in ages. Like, and I didn't know one of them. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, who is this guy really? Because we were talking about the most intense, energetic, vibrational stuff that was going on. Hey Courtney, love you. We were talking about like the most high vibe stuff, and like consciousness and reality and paradigm shifts and all of the stuff. So it was really like intense, this ceremony, especially just the 3 of us. So trying to take all the information from the teas that we were having, the 400-year-old teas, but then also in the ceremony, like taking on the energy as well of being in that space, because we've got a balance. Well, we've got the paradox of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Both is within every single human being. We have the divine feminine, which is that space, holding that space. So what that actually means is to be there and not to actually use your brain as much. We're creating a space with energy and with frequency and vibration, which is super, super healing. And because I've been channeling a lot and had a lot of guidance lately, I've been in my divine feminine, well, a balance of the feminine and masculine, but having that feminine energy. And because I work with the earth, being an earth worker a lot, that's generally what is my radiation, is my vibe, is like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. And so being in this ceremony tonight with 2 brothers who are divine masculine, just having the polarities of those, and they had obviously a beautiful balance of divine feminine energy, but just being with brothers like that, and just all this logic and reason, which I love taking in. It's literally, love you Joyce, it's literally all this amazing information that I want to absorb. But because there was so much information from the teas that we were taking, but then also from the hey Scott, so there was so much information we were taking from these teas, like being 400 years old and from the highest peaks in China. Also all this logic from the men that I was sitting with. So it was just a lot to take in. And as I was saying, like the 4th round, I needed just like to have a time out, because I was like, I can't have any more right now. Like my body and my brain are trying to integrate all this information. So it was just super intense. So then driving home in peak hour after this was really intense as well. And just trying to deal with all the energies and the polarities of the masculine and feminine is really full on at times, especially being an empath or a light worker. And that's sort of what's happening in the world at the moment, like everybody's raising their vibration and their frequency and their consciousness and all that sort of stuff. And so a lot of people are developing these new gifts and talents and their clairvoyancy and their empath abilities and their downloads and able to channel a whole lot more. So it's really can be challenging at times to, hey Simone, love you too girl, and Suzanne and Monica, love you guys. So it can be really challenging when there is so much information overload coming into your brain, your consciousness, your field, especially if you're around anybody really, and you're just quite open. It can be really quite challenging, all the information that you're receiving. And because it's not necessarily how we've received information before, like it's not in necessarily words where it's like, this means this, blah, 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 blah. It's like the divine masculine or the divine feminine. So it's like a feeling, it's a knowing, it's a understanding. It's almost like the movie The Matrix, you just get like a download straight away and it's like, fuck, 10,000 years of information all at once. It's like, I don't even know how to comprehend that right now. So that's why it's really important. And I wanted to tune in because, I've been on a massive high the last few days, just being able to channel and just getting so much information from source and from the earth about, love you T, from source and from the earth about all these programs and this retreat that me and T are going to be running. Babe, I can't wait to talk to you about that. But like all this information for all this work that we're doing and coming from source and coming from the earth and the goddess and all of the information, but balancing that out with when you're not on your highest vibration, when you're out in the matrix and you haven't done the things that support your body, being a light worker and supporting your vibration and your frequency, that when you go back into the matrix and you're not in the most conscious of situations, that like, because your body's not at super high vibe, you can be infiltrated more. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because people, it's not like it's a bad thing. For me, it's just like, oh fuck, Blythe, okay, I haven't been protecting myself as much as I normally can or as much as I normally do because I've just been channeling fully from source. So it's been like being in my own love bubble, which has been amazing. But then because I haven't protected my vessel, which is so fucking important, being like, once you've activated your light body, it's really important to look after your vessel always, because then when you go back into the matrix, if you're not supporting your body, then things can like attach to you or your energy is drained. Or for example, when I was in this ceremony today, that there is just so much going on, you're just like, whoa, I'm just like, whoa, literally getting so much information into your brain when I like normally spend a whole lot more time in my body, or just in oneness with source, right? So that's why I just wanted to tune in today, because I'm legit going to be going down to the beach. It's like fucking late, and just getting my feet in the earth and really connecting my vessel back into the earth, because Pachamama, the earth goddess, she releases and takes that inflammation out of our body. So it's amazing. Love you, Dwayne. It's amazing that you, just by going and standing on the earth and really connecting and just taking some deep breaths and just feeling your feet, like just feeling like the little tingle at the bottom of your feet, is allowing that gateway, that portal to the earth to just really just draw that inflammation out of your body, and as well bringing you out of your mind and back into your body and just allowing that to heal. So I wanted to tune into this because everybody's light bodies are being activated, and there's a whole lot more that we're shifting really, really quickly, especially there's just been a full moon out. So when these energies are really changing in the world, and things are always changing all the time, but as these are changing, we're noticing like a lot more is going on with us. So it's so fucking important that we are protecting our vessels as well. It's not all just about the mind. Like, we can make over the mind as much as we want and keep all up in here, but it's about like heaven on earth, which is integrating the mind into the body. So that's what we want to do. We want to integrate the mind into the body, because over our heart space is limitless love. Like, that resides within us always, and that same limitless love that is within us is the entire universe, is what connects to source. So when we can get out of our head and come from that space, everything is limitless love. It is beautiful. And then when we bring that limitless love from the heart space and drop it into the gut, into the belly region, which is divine wisdom within all of us, and that divine wisdom is our unique codes, but our unique codes are the codes that connect to the universe, to source, to creator, to Pachamama, to the earth, to absolutely everything. And each one of us have got different codes. Although we can tune into each other's codes as we're activating our light bodies, which is what is happening on earth at the moment now, we can tune into each other's codes and get messages and downloads for each other. That's why we are each other's medicine. We are each other's medicine. So you can be like, for example, things that might be happening with you at the moment. You might be like literally like fully present, having a great D&M with somebody you love, or and I mean love like your friends as well as your beloveds, but having like full, just being really present with them, and then all of a sudden you're just getting all these downloads and understand so much about them. Like, it's messages that you're getting, you know, whether you hear them, see them, or know them, you just get like this so much message, and that's your time to really share with the person that you're with, because you're getting downloads not just for yourself but possibly for them. So I would highly encourage you to, now that we are at this moment in time on the earth, to really tune into that thing and have a deeper trust within yourself that you are actually always supported and connected. You're always supported by the earth. Obviously, like, gravity pulls you down for a reason. She wants you to be here. She got your back, you know, but you're always supported by the earth. And then whatever you believe in, whether it's your higher self, consciousness, universal source energy, God, the goddess, Wonkatonka, rainbow serpent, whatever it is that you believe in, like, you can tune into that as well. You know, you're always supported by that. Like, that's within your heart space all the time. So whatever you believe in, whatever resonates with you, then work with it, trust it, and just know that these deep knowings are actually deep knowings from the universe, and she is wanting to connect with you and communicate with you. And the first way to start doing that is getting out of your head into your body and communicating with your body. So how do you do that? I'm so happy that you asked me that. Well, the best thing is to, like, just take some deep breaths, obviously go into nature as much as possible, because that will elevate your light body and increase your frequency and your vibration around you, so that when you've got a high vibe vibration, then more good shit will come into your life. And I'm pausing because like, people that know me are like, fuck, Blythe, you became disabled last year. Like, you went to Peru and had an accident. It's like, is the best thing that ever fucking happened to me. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, things don't ever come exactly as you ask, but they come exactly as you ask. So you just got to be really, really careful, because sometimes when you ask for a break from hairdressing, you literally will get a broken arm. But the point of that is that you want to be, like, really clear with your intentions and start to, the thoughts that are going on in your mind. Like, when we've got a monkey mind, it is a lot, like, I was speaking to a few clients about this, especially last week. When you've got that monkey mind going on, it's just a lot of thoughts of your own, downloads from the earth, messages from other people, the other people's messages, and you're also picking up on that vibe as well. And then you've got the frequency of the phone facing straight in your face. Maybe you've got 5G all going around you. You live in an apartment block with, like me, and then you've got other people's frequency from above, you've got frequency from below. So frequency just coming everywhere. So that's why it's really good to, like, tune into the earth, or like drinking great water as well, like spring water. It doesn't necessarily need to be alkaline, but like, if that's always good if you, like, are a little bit sick, but great healthy water. And then also, the most healing that you could ever do for yourself besides the earth is actually your own healing on yourself. So whatever it is, maybe you're charging up your bedroom, or like through the doorway to your home, like, you might have done like a cleansing ceremony on your whole house, like smoke it all up with Palo Santo, sacred sage, frankincense, and myrrh. They're like medicines for clearing the energy and getting out malevolent energies that aren't serving you, and bringing in more benevolence. So you're taking out the bad and bringing in the good, right? That's what we want to be doing. And then the same within yourself, like, you're shifting things that you don't necessarily need, so that stuff that you really want can really be attracted to you. So that's why we want to be always remembering that, yeah, because I had spent a lot of time with, like, monks and in ashrams and stuff like that, and everybody's working on the mind and all of that sort of stuff. But we as souls were incarnated into these vessels, like each one of you, your particular vessel, for a fucking reason, to really learn and integrate the soul. Hey Glennie, I love you. Integrate the soul into the body so that everything can be activated. So I'm saying this because I would love everybody to honor their bodies a whole lot more. And when the monkey mind comes on, is like going that like crazy, all these thoughts, all these messages all at once, remember just to take some fucking deep breaths and do some like little ceremonies around the water, drink some really clean water, and just drop back into your body, drop back into your heart, your limitless love, drop back into your drop back into your divine wisdom in your gut, and create sacred space, create sacred water, do blessings on yourself, on your water as well. Like literally, because everything's frequency, right? Everything's frequency. And people are like, oh, your fucking consciousness, blah, 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 blah. Everything is frequency. Like, why do all the things that we eat need sunlight? Because they need that frequency. They need the sun's energy so that they can be charged up. And then we eat that food because we want energy to be charged up. Frequency is just energy, and energy is everything. Without it, we fucking die, right? So if you're cultivating the energy like within your hands, and you're putting it around your water and charging that water up and putting like you literally just imagine feeling. So like you can literally just imagine this part of your head and your hands, just imagine energy there. So like you could do it right now, you know, just imagine that part of your body and just start to feel it. And you might feel like a light vibration or a tingling sensation. That's you activating your energy, and you're able to use that energy and harness it for your own medicine. And that's what we want you to be. You want you to be your own medicine in this world so that you can heal yourself, which is fucking everything. It's why we do everything. We always like are releasing trauma and then healing and creating like happy vibes, right? So if you're doing that over your water every day, that would be literally the medicine of healing for you. You know, we've talked about, well, not we, but like they talk about the placebo effect and stuff like that. It's literally not what you're taking, it's the intention that you have behind it. So if you're thinking, fuck, this thing is going to heal me, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is the answer, guess what, it probably is. Like, isn't the placebo effect like 70% of placebo actually works? So I would highly recommend you to start doing that for a reason. And it's not that it is a placebo, it's just that it's your fucking intentions, because you're actually a magical creator being and you've just forgotten how to create. So if you start to create intentions in your mind, then that is everything. I was literally at a spa yesterday, right? Getting self-cared up a little bit. And I was talking to this like young chick, and she was asking me what I do, and I'm like, oh, I'm a mindset coach. I help people master their mindset so that they can manifest whatever the fuck they want in their life. She's like, oh my gosh, I used to do that when I was younger. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, me and my sister, like my mum would never let us buy anything, and she said that we had to manifest anything that we wanted. She's like, so I wanted a rabbit, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then her sister wanted this bedroom and rah, rah. And she was talking to me about it. And she's like, yeah, no, within 2 months, I manifested getting a rabbit. It was one thing at a time. I got all the food for a year. I was only young, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, and my sister, like she drew this bedroom that she really wanted. And then 3 years later, we moved into this new home and we got out the picture and it was fucking identical. Like and kids, because they don't have those programs as much, they are just, you know, fully connected to source all the time. They're obviously not aware of it, but because they're just channeling all the time. So once we get rid of the programs that are keeping us trapped, get rid of the fucking amnesia, we get rid of the we're not worthiness, we get rid of the we need somebody else to fix us, and we just live from our heart and we remember, fuck, I'm my own medicine, I can heal myself, then everything is so much easier, because we literally, no matter what is going on, we just like tune into that and going, oh, okay, amazing. Like, I'm feeling like shit today. Oh, it's because I was at a ceremony this afternoon and the energy was fucking intense that my brain was like, poof, exploding, and then being in the matrix and not getting to the beach today really fucking affected me. And like, I'm a light worker and an earth worker, but I still need to do the work. And I think that's what happens a lot, is a lot of people forget to actually do that sort of work. And it is really important that we're all doing whatever is nourishing our soul. And there's not one thing for everybody. There is like, we've all got our own certain ways and things that love and heal and protect and strengthen us. And that's what we want to be doing, so that we can be experiencing heaven on earth every fucking day, which, like I said before, is just the head dropping into the heart, so that we can all come from that place of, you know, where you don't have to think too much and everything's just like sort of really almost perfect. That's where we want to come from. So I literally still feel like my brain is exploding right now, but thank you all so much for listening, because it's just been fun as. And I am gonna go and get my feet in the sand, and I'm taking my harpe with me. I might have a ceremony, I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna go get connected with source first and just really allow whatever I picked up today just to be, I mean, it's already gone, but my brain still feels like it's exploding. So I'm gonna go and tune into the earth. And if you can, like, I would encourage you, even though it's late, just like go outside and just take your socks off and just put your feet on the ground and just like tune in for a second before you go to bed. It only needs to take like 3 seconds, you know, and just tune into that energy and go to sleep with that energy like vibrating through your being. And whatever you want to experience tonight when you go to bed, before you get into your bed, whether you're alone or with somebody else, create a sacred space around your bed. It's fucking awesome, especially like, well, I do it by myself because I'm single, but if you're doing it with somebody else, that is like the best. So I'm gonna first, if you're with somebody else, like Glennis, this would be awesome for you and your man. Like, so do like a smoking ceremony in your bedroom. And if you're like single, totally do this as well. I did this the other day. It's like the best. So do like a smoking ceremony in your bedroom. The first way, like the first round, you go around and like clear out all the energy and clear out whatever's not serving you. And then the second time you go around, you create the space of what you want to feel in there. You bring in the vibration and like drop into your heart of how you want your bedroom to feel every single time you go in there. Create like a portal around your doorway. So like put all the love and intention and how you want to feel every single time that you walk through there. So every time you go into your bedroom, like I like want to feel light and love. And so every time I walk through the door, I'm like, oh, that feels so much better. Like, you know, and every time somebody comes into my home, they're like, oh man, your place feels so good. I'm like, yeah, it does. Of course it does. Created this space, like with the earth, you know, being a conduit. So you can do that as well. If you're with your partner, or if you're not, after you've done that, cleared your room, then you grab your partner and like go into your room and cleanse each other, and then stand at the top of your bed, hold hands, like hold one hand together, right? And then your other hand like just out and placing it like over your bed, and just both of you tune in to the space that you want to create with your partner. Like, what is this space? Like, it's your bedroom. It's your fucking sacred bedroom. So make it sacred, you know? And just like put all that love, like imagine so much love and everything that you want to like experience and feel beautiful sex and like deep connections and all that sort of stuff. Like whatever it is that you want to feel, or like deep soul connection and, you know, connection to source and the beautiful dreams and everything that feels like juicy and yummy for your soul. Like create that space for yourself. Like let your room know, let the energy in that room how you want to feel, what you want to attract in when you're sleeping. Because like when you're out, like there's still forces around working, right? There's still energy shifting and being created and coming into your space. So just make sure that you're creating that space for yourself. So yeah, I would highly like around your bed, all over your bed, just be like putting those vibes in there. And like if you want to have certain dreams, then put it out there, what it is that you want to create, or what it is that you want to learn, or what it is that you want to come into your mind while you're sleeping. So for me, for example, like I did in my bedroom, I created beautiful like gateway into my bedroom of like love and light, and that all love and light. And so every time I go into my bedroom, whatever is attached to me through my day, it literally just washes off my back, and it isn't able to come into the room with me. And when I'm in that space, it's just like high vibe and love and just beautiful yumminess, you know. And then also at night, because like any of you, like especially people that have known me quite well, like I'm a gateway and a portal for other people, right? So, which can be very intense with people that are staying with me, for me and them. But so being a gateway or a portal, then I want to bring in my dreams, I want to get lessons, I want to get understanding, I want to get messages about from my higher self, from my future self, from source, from creator, how I can create more impact for people or the planet and that sort of thing. So I'll create that like little ceremony or intention with the energy in that room of what's able to come in and what's not able to come in, so that I can be of service a lot better, and so that I can have a more fulfilling life, because we get to create whatever it is that we want to create. So I would highly recommend trying doing that for yourself. It is like next level, the best thing ever. and just see how things can shift. Because once you create sacred space all around your room, and even with the things that you eat and drink, like blessing them up or frequencing them up or high vibing them up before you put them into your temple, your vessel, will legit change how your cells experience everything. And like 80% of your serotonin or 70% of your serotonin, depending on what you got going on, is in your gut. That's your body. So like where your happiness is in your gut. It's not by accident. It's because heaven on earth is when we integrate the brain into the body, right? And we drop in. So as soon as you're like having food, like drop in, like allow that energy to be in your food, and then you're dropping that into your body. That's why it's really great to have foods that have got like a lot of water in them as well, because the more hydration that is in your food, the more, love you sister, thank you, the more hydration that is in your food, the less water needs to be extracted from your body to push that through. So you want to be making sure that you've got enough hydration always, because your cells, over 2 trillion, you guys all know this, but they all want to be puffed up and filled up with like hydration, first of all, because water is life, and obviously oxygenated as well. So making sure that everything that you're doing, like we're just creating more sacred space, because when we're doing that as well, we're fully in the moment. We're out of our heads and just really in the present moment, like sending just loving vibes into whatever it is that we're doing, which literally charges us up, charges our food up, creates like a frequency and electromagnetic field around us, so that good stuff is attracted to us, and then that resonates and ripples across the world, and everybody is like high vibing the fuck up, so, which is super important. And let's all just high vibe the fuck up, so that's where I'm at. Literally my brain is just like, tea ceremonies, make sure that you don't drink too much tea sometimes. That's just how it is. And even though they're little cups, I'm not talking about Aya, guys. I'm not talking about Aya. I didn't have Aya this afternoon, and I'm on fucking Facebook. Legit, like just tea, 400-year-old tea. And Chinese tea ceremonies, they're like intense. They're fucking intense. So I hope you guys have a lovely evening, and maybe you just create a little bit more sacred space. Oh yeah, I've still got my stuff out here. Let me show you. Fuck. Creating sacred space or what? Got a water. Got all my medicines out here. All the dream catchers. I've got my staff, which is like my protection wand stick. Another wand over there. The feathers. All the shit's out. Oracle cards. This is a spell creator here. All of that, all of the spells, all of the jam, all of the juju, black cockatoo feather, fucking everything. Everything is there. Hey Sludge, love you, babe. So create more sacred space, do the work, high vibe the fuck up, and when you're feeling like shit, just go into nature. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go and get my feet wet in the earth, and consider having some hape tonight, just to ground and land a bit more, and really shift some fucking energy, because everything has a frequency, everything has a vibration. And when you start to, like, we're all activating our light bodies, because our light bodies are activated a whole lot more, everything, we are getting so much information all at once. So you want to be like a lot more clear in your vessel. That's what I just wanted to say with that. Hey Suze, love you, girl. And also with that as well, don't distract all the time. Like, get on Facebook and support people and all that sort of stuff. Like, I fucking love that. Thank you. And I try and do the same. But have time to yourself. Like, legit, when I was going in the car today, I was feeling amazing. And then I was going to listen to a podcast. And then 2 black cockatoos came past. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to listen to nature and just listen to nothing in my car. Like, how often do we do that? P.S. I do it most of the time. I only listen to podcasts. I don't listen to, like, the radio or anything like that. But how often do we just take space and really allow our own downloads and our own messages? It's like, oh, I want to be more clairvoyant, or I want to be more empath, or I want to be like this, or I want to be like that. It's like, okay, well, just give yourself some space where there's nothing going on so you can fucking hear, So allow yourself to get off the devices, get out of the books even sometimes, and really just give yourself space and time in nature. Don't take your phone. Like, I literally do that. I often don't take my phone, and it's always when you see whales and dolphins and turtles. But they're gifts for me. They're not for anybody else. In that moment, I'm like, I wish I had my phone. I'm like, no, this is a present just for me. Thank you. What is that telling me right now? You know, so making sure that we are allowing the spaciousness within our brains, within our bodies, within our vessels to create that heaven on earth, but then also for our environment to communicate with us as well. So yeah, I had a great day with that. Like, I was literally recording this video this morning and I was like, am I doing the right thing? And then by the balcony, I'll post this video as well. 2 black cockatoos came. And then which in itself was like, oh my gosh, best day ever. Fuck, I'm done. My day's amazing, you know? But then also driving to work today, and then I went to put that podcast on, again, 2 black cockatoos. Like, you just don't see them, you know? But I was like, okay, I'm listening. I'm open to what's going to be put into my path today, and open to the universe giving me like so many fucking gifts. And I have had so many fucking gifts that I can't even comprehend all of them that are in my brain right now, because there is so much that I have just downloaded, sitting with 2 wisdom keepers, having 400-year-old tea ceremony. Man, my brain is just like, you know, the divine masculine is fully like, it's on overload right now, and I can't comprehend it. So my little vessel is going to go to the beach and integrate that with the earth, because that's who I work with, like, and connect with the goddess, so that I can understand what the fuck is going on, understand what this new transmission is that I've learned. And now, yes, even though I feel like, I literally feel nauseous, and I don't get sick ever, except with you, Susie, because you're the best fucking inner quantum child healer that there fucking is. Yes, epic woman you are. If you need to like go back in time and heal some inner child shit, this chick here, Susie, contact her. She's like next level. So that's the only time I ever feel sick, right? Is when I do some interquantum child healing with quantum inner child healing, QIC is when I do that with Susie. Like, whoa, literally that was mind blowing. And I'm feeling that right now from this tea ceremony. Like, fuck, my mind's been blown. I'm trying to integrate all these messages. I'm feeling nauseous as fuck. It's like, I'm just like literally like trying to hold on, you know, like literally trying to hold on, just trying to hold on. So, oh yeah, babe, I've white saged, Palo Santo, frankincense, myrrh. I've done the whole fucking shit. But like, I just had a ceremony, so I'm like trying to integrate all the messages. So it's not necessarily about clearing, it's about understanding. So I'm trying to understand, and that's my brain working. That's why I'm going to go into nature and get out of my fucking head and really drop into the earth. And then she'll tell me like that, like I'm having this conversation with you guys, but like I'll get the information like that. So that's why I wanted to just tune in and say, sometimes let's get off the devices and just like go to the earth. If you want to know something, go to nature, breathe for a bit, try not to think about it, integrate into your body, and it all fucking comes, you know? So that's something that I wanted to bring in. And I'm probably going to sit with Harpay if I don't feel like spewing. And especially at the moment, like, I'm really lucky to be working with this amazing medicine woman from overseas and in the UK. I work with a few different medicine women, but I'm doing a 3-month, what's it called? I don't know what to call it on here. I'm doing a 3-month lesson, teaching stuff with something that's really like probably the most intense medicine that there is in the whole world, and not Aya, way more than that. And so before a medicine lands in your space, which I will be going off grid to another country probably to do this week and over the next 4 months. So before you start working with a new plant, you start to get the downloads and all that sort of stuff. And I think that's why the nauseousness is coming up as well, because I'm going to be like, in January when I'm sitting, like I'm going to be possibly spewing my guts up, getting rid of all these programs. And this medicine plant that I'm going to be working with is hilarious in that, like, sneaky little fucker, but in the best fun, like the most fun kind of way. So I am going to be integrating all this new information. So that's why this new plant that I'm going to be working with, and then this tea ceremony that I had today, they're in sync. They're trying to tell me something, but I don't know what that is. So because they're both medicines from the earth, once I go and communicate, well, once I go and get my feet in the earth, then I'll be able to like bring that up into my being and understand it from my feet up, understanding it from the earth up, rather than trying for my head to understand this, because my head is stupid. My head is a child. My head is an ego construct of the world that I have lived in, right? So I don't want to know what my head thinks about it, because all my head knows is the past. I'm going to go and connect with the earth and with the goddess spirit, because they are divine intelligence and divine wisdom, which already resonates within all of us, within our gut, always and forever. But when you're up in your headspace, you don't get that. So that is why I'm going to go and integrate these messages, and I am going to go and not think about it and possibly spew my guts up in the sand, and I'll feel a million times better. So, hi Charmaine, oh my gosh, haven't seen you in forever. Fucking love you, girl. Alka, oh my gosh, haven't seen you since like high school. Anyway, so sending you all so much fucking love and wisdom, and may we all resonate on a higher vibe and look after our vessels so that we can understand what the universe is trying to say to us and activate our fucking clairvoyancy and really charge our beings up even more. So I love you guys all so much, and I wish you the best of evenings and the greatest of weeks, and that this full moon has given you so much more understanding and wisdom in your life, and that you integrate it and look after yourself and share it with others as much as possible and support each other as much as possible. And I fucking love you guys so much. Like, you're fucking everything. You're family. We are full family, and I love you guys. Love you guys. And I'm just getting off. I fucking love you too, sister. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I love you. I love you. I love you.